Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. We're going to pick up these bales really quick. Sadly, I can't put an AI worker on this, so we'll have to do all of these bales ourselves, even though we're going to be creating a ton of new bales today as well. I started with this because I need to place down a shed that can hold bales for me, because we're going to have quite a few and it's going to be a little bit of time before we can sell it. So one of the things I was looking at was this one right here. It can hold up to 450 pieces or 450 bales. Do we have any other ones in here? I think that's the only one I might have. Oh, 500. And I keep getting this flattening failed error, which I do not like. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. 250, 250. Oh, this fits. That's nice. Well, these look pretty nice. They're a little bit smaller. 250 isn't bad. To be honest, I don't know if we'll have that many. Interesting. So the smaller one worked. This one doesn't. Oh, there we go. So I was kind of planning on putting it over here, but I think I'd rather have it somewhere where it's just more easily accessible. And I was thinking about turning this particular field into a yard anyway, as well as a smaller one here once we harvest it. So I think this is where we will put one. So these are nice at 550 pieces, but they are 77,000, where this one's only 22 and it's 450 pieces. Let's see if yeah, I'm not sure why the flattening is failing here. Why will it not allow me to place one? Oh, there we go. Would like to move it back a little bit further, but I don't want to risk it since it actually worked. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll paint this a little bit, give it a texture. Asphalt. Maybe we should do the same cement plates that we have there, so that way it's consistent. That gives me a pretty big yard to place down sheds and possibly some productions too. But most of my productions I want to put down at our new yard, and we won't touch this yard until we've finished harvesting. All right, let's see. Macdon is done. Excellent. Let's go ahead and move it to the next field. I don't think I'll be able to get over the bridge without taking the header off. So let's just see if we can cut across this little gutter here. I mean, that's what you should do with an expensive piece of equipment, right? Just off-road with it. Excellent. Threw it on a worker. I was going to move all these out of the way before I decided that I'd rather have a little more ease of access with it. So that's where I kind of paused. I do need to start. Well, let's actually test this out first. So let me pick up the rest of these bales really quick on a quick time lapse, and I'd like to test out the new bale shed we have, or storage, and see how it works. See if it works. I'll see you guys when we're done. We've gone ahead and finished loading up the auto stacker. Let's go ahead and deposit these bales and make sure everything works. And while I was baling really quick, I realized that there is a job that we can be doing right now besides just harvesting. So I want to double check that out real quick. Alright, let's see how this works. Oh, perfect. And I believe if we head over here, this trigger here will give us the option to withdraw. Excellent. Alright, so one of the things I want to do is I want to hop onto the white tractor here, put on our mulcher, and start mulching these fields. So I am going to go collect the bales really quick. I was kind of planning on just collecting all the bales at one time. That way, you know, it's just one time lapse versus a bunch of smaller ones. Though I think smaller time lapses would look better instead of some of the 4 or 5 minute ones I've done. But I do need to prepare these fields, so I think mulching them now would be a great idea. So far I can mulch 2 fields, maybe 3. Well, 3 pretty soon. I'm trying to think of what else. I would like to cut some grass from there, make some grass bales, and then extend that field out. So maybe I won't mulch that one yet until we extend everything. Or maybe I should mulch it and then extend, because once I extend it, it's going to create different, you know, GPS tracks, because the field will be bigger. Alright, let's do a quick little harvesting here. I'm going to try to bounce around between the jobs a little bit so it doesn't get too repetitive. But I mean, no matter what, it's going to be repetitive. It's just, we have so much to just harvest. It's kind of crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and just knock this field out really quick. Welcome back. Well, we've gone ahead and filled up our combine, which is pretty darn nice. All the oats we'll be harvesting from these fields right now will go straight into the grain mill, and we'll be doing nothing but turning that into flour, make some bread out of it. I don't think there's anything else that we have that we can do with oats besides turn it into flour. MacDon is cranking along, which is nice. I'm glad that I can throw that on a worker and let the worker do its thing. Saves me quite a bit of time, especially when I have so many fields to do. Alright, let's go ahead and empty this bad boy out. Alright, while that's happening, let's hop on our white tractor, and that should be done with this field. Excellent. Let's go ahead and move it over to the next one, and have it start working on this one as well. Alright, we'll move into our Valtra, and what we'll do is we'll start collecting some more bales. Clear out that next field. I'm looking forward to harvesting and clearing this field here so I can turn it into a yard. That would be very nice. And we still have quite a chunk of money, which is really nice. I was expecting to have a lot less. I didn't really look at the prices for the bale sheds, so I assumed they were, you know, at least 100 grand, to be honest. So I, for one, am very happy that we got a cheap one, because we should be able to get our goats today too, which means that it's gonna be a pretty busy episode. Well, maybe not this episode we'll get our goats, but we can at least prep and then most likely the next one. And I'm hoping we have enough money to extend the pen around the entire new land I have to buy. Ooh, that's right, I do have to buy new land. So we might not have as much money as I thought. Let's check out a couple things really quick. First things first, can we plant anything today? So today is July. So no wheat, no barley. Only thing we can plant is grass, poplar, and oilseed radish. So we're good. Next month is a planting season for canola, but I don't really have anything that can do or process the canola into oil yet, so we won't be doing that. We're gonna stay with the grains for at least one more season, and then most likely I'm gonna shift all of the grain to only these big fields by our production field or our production yard. I think that'll make it the most efficient and the easiest, and then we can do other stuff in our other fields to start expanding what we do. Let's check out our productions really quick. So the bakery is almost out of flour. I'll need to bring some flour. Cement factory's got a ton of stones in there. Grain mill has got quite a bit of barley. Pretty soon it's going to have some oats as well. Greenhouse 1 and 2 could use a little bit of water, but it's alright for at least another month or two. Lime factory is filled up at the moment. It's cranking out some lime. That's always going to have water. This should be pretty close to getting done. Still got a while. It's got 7,000 liters of spinach left. Rice greenhouse, that's fine. The sawmill is doing all right. The big one definitely needs some wood. And last thing to check, not really sure what can be sold right now. And you know, what we have that can be sold at the moment. Cement bricks is November. I think what I'll do is I'll just keep stacking these. Maybe. I mean, look at the difference. Its highest price is 4,755. Its lowest is 4,733. So maybe I should just throw these onto auto sell since the temple doesn't need any. And that way I don't have to worry about stacking them. I think that is what I'll do. Make it easier on myself. So cement bricks, we will change the output mode to selling. And so it will just automatically sell them. I think that's the best thing to do there. Cement bags is at the high point, but that's alright. Again, it's not a massive change between high and low point. What else can we sell? That's in January. We don't have any goat stuff yet. We do have some honey, but not much. That's in March. Lettuce will be in January. So we have not very much, to be honest. Just taking a quick look to see if there's anything we have to sell right now. And again, not very big changes in prices for the cement products, which is nice because once we've filled out the entire temple, I can just set it to auto sell and let it do its thing. All I gotta do is to remember to fill in the endpoint or the fill for stones. Spinach bags is April, May, so we have an entire year for that. But again, almost no fluctuation from high to low point. I guess we could always sell extra stones if we fill up both of our productions with stone already. That kind of seems like a lot of work. I don't know, I'll look into it later. Wood is good, but that doesn't really matter because we'll just wait. And wood chips is January. Alright, nothing ready to sell right now. Okay, we've collected this field. We'll start, actually we'll go ahead and empty this out and then head over to the next field with it. Do I need to turn on the water for the rice again? So we plant in April and then it's flooding. And then May, June. I don't think we need to do it another time. No. And it still says 100%, so hopefully, well, not all of it apparently. Well, most of it's 100%, that's nice. Maybe it was missing just a little bit of lime. And that's, you know, the difference between 97% and 100%. I'll take it. I'll take what we can get. Alright, we're going to go ahead and empty this out. What is that, 6 more bales? Excellent. Oh, please finish closing. It does. Great. Alright, so next thing I want to do really quick is I want to mow the grass next to our 2 fields right there. And turn that into some grass bales for our upcoming goats. And once I've done that, I can then extend the field and then start prepping for planting there into our extended fields as well. Kind of busy today, have all sorts of different jobs on top of the fact that we have a ton of harvesting we need to do as well. Kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and unfold everything. Alright, I'll knock this out on a quick time lapse. I'll see you guys when we're done. Welcome back. We are just about done with mowing up this meadow. You know, I was planning on putting a field here on this hill, but as you can see, my Valtra is struggling to really go up this hill, so I don't know how difficult it would be to plant it and harvest it on something this steep. So maybe I'll just have to leave it. Not sure. I think there's one more little piece we missed, and then I can go put this away. And I think there should be enough grass for the goats for at least a year. Or at least until we get the next cutting done. Alright, let's go ahead and lift these up and fold them up. Help if I press the proper buttons. And what we'll do really quick is we'll swing by and give them a nice power washing. Just to keep them nice and clean. Alright. It's always interesting because I'd like to kind of swing it everywhere and wash it. But if you look at the info when I mouse over it, certain areas won't actually... Whoa. Lost control of it. I guess it bounced up when I went up that ramp. But certain areas where you point the power washer won't actually clean it. So I end up usually just using the info and using that as where I should just kind of hold it and target it. Because certain areas clean much faster. But it's not bad. I mean, obviously it's not real life. It is a simulation. So you gotta take what you can get, right? There we go. Alright. I think next thing I'll do is I'll drive this down to where we're harvesting that field. I'll need to bale out that straw field real quick once we finish harvesting it, then empty the baler so I can do the grass next. It shouldn't be too hard, but it is a slow job. I was wondering, we probably need to move the Mac down too. I gotta stay on top of that because I really would like to make sure we're as efficient as possible. But obviously with so many jobs to do that we won't be finishing this month in one episode, I believe. Probably two. Unless I do a bunch of stuff off screen. Maybe just kind of do jump cuts throughout, time lapses so that everything's shorter. Missed a spot, so we'll have to get that. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and connect to the baler. Then I'm gonna hop into the MacDom and grab that one spot we missed. And finish harvesting this field, and we'll move it into the next one. And I guess I'll do that on a time lapse. So I'll see you guys when we're done. Welcome back. Well, I ran into a quick little problem. One of the things I realized was before I can start baling the straw bales, I'm gonna need to grab all the bales off that big field back over there because my AI worker in the white tractor went ahead and finished mulching that field. And if I'd like him to continue working on, well, more fields in the background, I'm gonna have to go ahead and empty out that one so he can work on it first. So baling is gonna be our next thing. Let's go ahead and throw this one on our worker. Excellent. This one I think missed one spot. If I looked on the map, that corner over there. We'll go do that one really quick. And we'll go ahead and bring this down to that field. I'll hop into the Vulture, bring the Vulture back, grab the auto stacker, bring that back, and it's gonna take a while, I think, to pick up that many bales, so that time lapse will probably be a little bit longer. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab all those, grab all the bales, clear it, then have this tractor jump on it, start mulching, and then I'll start doing bales. Or I don't know, I have plans and they keep changing. So maybe I'll just go one step at a time and then see what happens next. I'll see you guys when we're done. Looks like the Macdon wasn't able to get all of the oats from that field. Again, I think there's just too much, the field's not flat enough, so the header can't actually grab stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and try to grab it and fix it, but I'll do that right after I drop these off here. Let me make sure it's emptying out. There we go. Let's hop into the Macdon, and let's head over to that area, and I'm going to try to go ahead and see if I can flatten it out enough to be able to use this header. That way I don't have to keep trying to fix it as we go. So let's get into the softening tool here, and let's make it a little bit bigger, and hopefully this will help. Let's make it a little bit strong. Okay, I just lost some yield, which is why I didn't do that last time. Awesome. Oh well, live and learn, right? No, it did not. So it's kind of, the softening tool is kind of going up into the hill there, and then that changes the ability for the header to work. Okay, so I think what I did is I technically made it a little bit worse, and after I've harvested, what I'll have to do is come back and try to see if I can fix it. It's gonna be kind of a pain, but it is what it is. Alright, let's hop through here real quick and go into our next field. Or I should say our last field for the Macdon today. There we go. Cool. And where's that ball truck? Oop, go back. Here we are. I gotta finish clearing out that field real quick so I can get the white tractor working on an AI worker again. And I am gonna have to load up some of those flower pallets too. Well, you know, we're not going to be advancing the month forward during this episode, and most likely we won't be doing it. Well, I don't know, maybe the next episode I can get everything done so we can advance, but I have a little bit of time before I need to load up the flour and deliver it. But that bakery is almost out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and load this auto stacker again, and I'll see you when we're done. Here's the last bale. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this and fold the auto stacker up. It wasn't too bad, a trailer and a half just about from that field. We still have the field in front of us to turn into some bales as well. And well, we still have a lot of fields to turn into bales after we've harvested. Let's get this going on an AI worker. After all these fields have been mulched, we'll need to start liming them. Luckily, we're producing our own lime now, so I'm hoping that that offsets the cost of having to, you know, maintain and take care of these fields. But we have all of this month, August. I don't think I'm planning to plant anything in August. Let me check the calendar real quick. So August, the only thing we can plant is canola, and we're not going to do that this season. So we have until September to be able to plant barley and wheat. And I believe before April, we should be able to afford a planter, so then we could start doing sorghum as well. So we might do sorghum instead of oats, or I don't know. I'm going to have to look at it. because what I don't want to do is I don't want to make it that I have to harvest every field in the same month, because that would just be, you know, pretty darn hard. I mean, I can obviously slow the speed down like I have to a 1 right now, just to ensure that we can do it. But if I can make it easier on myself and have everything kind of spread out between, you know, 2-3 months or 4 months, that would be fantastic. And I'll have to look as well and see if sorghum is a better grain for making flour than oats is, and if it is, then that might be a possibility. Alright, so the MacDon is working, the white tractor is working, the Valtra is working with me on it. I wish I could put an AI worker on the combine, but we cannot, so that one's just kind of chilling until I can get to it. Then we got to clear that huge field. That's got to take a while, and I don't know if we'll have time in this episode. I think this episode is going to stop with me just doing this field here with the baler. I'm gonna go ahead and do this in a time lapse, so I will see you when we are done. Welcome back. Alright, here we are. We've gone ahead and pretty much baled up that entire field. There's just too much, there's 2 more bales there. A little too much for this trailer. We'll go ahead and deposit these here in the shed. I wonder what this will look like once it's fully filled up. The baler is here, ready to bale up those grass windrows. In the next episode. And the last thing I'll do before we end this episode here is I'm just gonna go ahead and have to, it'll probably be faster. I want to go ahead and just see if I can grab that last little bit of oats that the MacDon was not able to get. Really is annoying. Not too big of a deal for this field because it's going to get turned into a yard as soon as we pick this stuff up. But it would have been nice just to be able to have everything flat. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stage this guy down in the grass field, because I'm pretty sure those are the next fields that need to be harvested are going to be back over here. Let's double check that real quick. Yeah, field number 1 and 7 are going to need to be harvested in August. That's not bad. Alright everybody, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Have a great day.